am back. I'm Nutritionist Rob, and this is our second video we're going to do on how we're going to lose this 20 pounds in 30 days and how I'm going to teach you guys how to lose some weight step by step. And let's get right into it. Now, basically, everyone, there's really 5 ways to lose weight, basically. So everybody understands what style that and what I've been teaching for the last 30 years. Number 1, you can eat a vegan clean diet. Now, there are lots of vegans out there that do very well. The majority of them are not overweight. I mean, India alone, there's 650 million vegetarians in India, country of India, and they don't really have an obesity problem until they start eating our crap. For the first time, I'm seeing Indians that are overweight, and I admire how they eat. I love their spices. But anyway, clean diet, because a lot of vegans eat processed foods, and they say I'm vegan. They're not really vegan because they're eating processed foods. And that's not what we're all about. We're trying to get off these processed foods. Second thing is a low-calorie diet. Now, there's a lot of low calorie, and there's 3 big ones. You got Weight Watchers, NutriSystem, Jenny Craig. They're low-calorie diets. Basically, they're starvation diets. And the portions are small, and just the number of calories you're bringing in are low. And most of them directly into eating processed foods. So all 3 of these are funneling you into eating processed foods. Weight Watchers Frozen and NutriSystem and Jenny Craig, who I have worked for, it's all garbage. That's why the majority of people gain it back, because they're not focusing on really what the cause of weight loss is, which is processed foods. Evil food industry. Obviously, the next thing, you can pound your body with exercising. I mean, some people just like these shows, which I don't watch, but The Biggest Loser, and they're pounding these people to submission. That's not how you lose the weight. That's not how you lose it. It's 80% diet and 20% movement. Next one is obviously starvation. I mean, you can starve yourself, but that's not healthy because you're not bringing in the minerals and the vitamins from your foods that your body cannot produce. So that's not a good way. The last way is what is called a low sugar diet. Low sugar diet, which we're talking about, is, they say, no carb, low carb, keto, which most people are pushing now. And that is really the best way to really get it off, but you have to add a few things to it. Now, the people who are pushing these keto diets, they're not emphasizing not eating processed food. So they're picking up products and saying, this has 6 grams of carbs, so you can eat that and count your carbs. But you're eating processed foods, because processed foods is the main reason why you're gaining the weight. And you have gained weight and can't get it off because you continue to eat processed foods, the foods that you like. So you listen to my other videos. I talk about that. So I'm going to teach basically the same thing, but the only thing I'm going to do is we're going to focus more on processed foods, because on a keto diet, you're supposed to be eating mostly vegetables and animal products, but you're not going to be eating processed foods like a lot of them are teaching, like I told you. So again, we teach you how to recognize poor quality foods. You have to recognize them, and that's what we're going to be doing. Like we said, we're going to be going to the stores, and we're going to be looking at this stuff. This program is great for people who don't need to lose a lot of weight, like 15 pounds. You have any upcoming celebrations, weddings, anniversaries, reunions, anything like that, it's a great program. All right? So what we need to do is we want to go back to the store, because that's what we're going to be. We're going to be using my little glasses like we had before. I'm going to use my video glasses, and we're going to go back to the store. I'm going to go back to the produce, and I want to go into the meat section. Now, obviously not all stores are the same, but basically you have options to go to a lot of different stores. And they all basically are carrying the same stuff. Unless you're going to, say, Whole Foods, a store like that, a health food store, which is going to have they're going to have more organics in there. But we do want to focus on getting organics and focus on what we need to be eating. So we're going to go back to the store and we want to look at the meat section and go back to the produce section and show you what you can and what you can't. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start talking about the science of losing weight. All right, let me put my glasses on. See you in the store. Here, I'm going to walk into actually going to go back to the produce section. I want to break down a little bit about organics, because organics are going to help you lose weight faster, and they don't cost that much. There's not a big difference in the cost. So we're going to look at the organic section. Now right here's organic lettuce. And that organic lettuce right there is $1.99. That's romaine lettuce. Right here it's $1.99. Here's some more romaine lettuce at $3.29. And we have here some string beans, a little on the high side, $3.50. And then all this right here is organic. Now some of these stores is a lot less. You can get this stuff like around $3. This is all organic stuff here for your family, right? It's all organic. And let's look at the difference in the price. This is organic right there. We have organic spinach, which is $3.99. You got a large tub here for $4.99. Baby spinach and spring mix lettuce. So let's move over to the non-organic. The non-organic is $3, right? So it's $1 more to have no preservatives. So that's what organics means. It means we're not spraying any pesticides and organics, and the soil is healthier. So you're taking $1 more, basically, for organics. And for your family, it's worth it. Now some things you can get that are non-organic. But this stuff here's the broccoli spheres at $2.29. Let's go over here. Do we have any organic broccoli? I don't see any today, so they don't have organic broccoli here today. No. So in the beginning of your diet, this is going to be where you're going to be, right here. You're going to be right in here getting this stuff and eating all the meats that you want. Eat as many meats as you want. But then we got to talk about the difference in the meats. Okay? This is where you want to be. You want to study this area. All this stuff right here, this is all you. All the greens, everything. Okay? So in the beginning of the diet, you're going to come here, you're going to purchase all this stuff. We're going to teach you how to make a list. You're going to make a list of all the foods, get all the foods, make a list of all your foods, buy all your foods, and then you'll be ready to go. So when we look at these sample menus and start building a plan, you'll be ready to go, and that weight's going to fly off you. Unbelievable how fast the weight's going to come off. Okay? All right, let's go back. And we're going to talk about the science of losing weight, which is eating a lot of greens, lots of greens. That's the blood of the world is green. Okay? And I'll see you when I get back. All right. That was good. So I guess everybody has a general idea on what they're going to be eating on the program. So we're not going to be going in the middle of the store too much. But there are some things, some organic canned goods you can buy, but we kind of went over all that. So now I want to talk to you a little bit about how we're going to get this weight off, the science of losing weight. And you're going to embed this in your brain, and so that you can always lose weight. So in layman's terms, just like a car needs gas or fuel for its energy, your body, the human body, has two energy sources. So the car has one, you have two. You actually have three, but we're just going to focus on two. You have two energy sources that keep you going every day to keep you alive, just like gasoline. You have sugar and fat. Their names change when they go inside the body. In the body, they're going to be called glucose. And in the body, they're basically called lipids. But we don't need to know those words. We don't even know the word glucose. Most people do know glucose. You don't even have to know that. So we got sugar and fat. Two energy sources. What we're going to do is we're going to trick your body into using only one source of energy. One energy source. One energy source. We're going to take one away. And which one are we going to take away? Well, the easiest one to take away is glucose. We're going to take away glucose. So foods with low levels of sugar we're going to be eating. See, now, your body will not like losing one of its energy sources. It does not like that. It does not like that. We're going to take one away. So now the human body says, well, I have to burn on at least two. I can't just burn on one. So to replace the lost sugar, again, your body's going to search for another fuel. And your body's going to replace its lost fuel, which is glucose, right, with stored body fat. So now the body is burning on the fats that you're eating, and it's not going to have much sugar, and it's going to start burning body fat. The same fat that you've been wanting to lose all these years. It's quite remarkable how fast it comes off. It's quite remarkable. And it just melts off you. Now, here's the drama. The drama is, number one, sugar. We're addicted to it. But more importantly, there's other chemicals in there that you're even more addicted to that they're not telling you about. And we talked about that. It's called monosodium glutamate. It's in all the foods. That's what's really causing the problem. That's what's causing the weight loss, the weight gain. And I told you that the mice, that's what they inject mice with to study on, to make them overweight. They inject MSG, the same stuff in your food. So you're going to crave that because that's what makes the foods taste good. So now that's the withdrawal part of it. But we got something for you for that. So we have something for you, but we'll talk about that later. So the science of losing the weight is very important. So basically, your low sugar foods, which we're going to talk about in the next video, are going to be, and are going to be vegetables, green leafy vegetables. And then we're getting ready to go over the list of the foods that you can eat. So we just did that in the video when I went into the store. You can see what you're going to be eating. A lot of the foods in the middle of the store you're not going to be eating. But when that weight starts coming off, you won't go in the middle of the middle of the store. Because all your friends and family are going to ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing? So here is a typical day right here. Breakfast, you can see that right there. You can have a cheese omelet. Do 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 1 egg. You can have some turkey bacon. And we'll talk about that. Which turkey bacon to get, but people do eat bacon. You drink some water. And you're going to have coffee with 100% cream. Not that coffee made or whatever you do, that creamer stuff. And we'll look at that too. Lunch, you got buffalo wings. 8 little wings. It's a lot of food. Buffalo wings would be butter and hot sauce, basically. You're going to have 1 sliced cucumber. And you're going to put salad dressing on it. My wife eats her cucumber and she just eats it raw. But you can have salad dressing. We'll talk about salad dressing because they're very dangerous foods. Extremely dangerous. And you got carbonated seltzer water with lemon. It's like Perrier. Perrier's carbonated seltzer. You put lemon in it. It's almost like drinking a soda. And we will be talking about sodas. And obviously for dinner, you have baked salmon. Put whatever you want, any spices on it. Again, we will talk about spices. Sauteed spinach. You can do olive oil. I used to do sauteed spinach with olive oil. A little bit of salt and pepper and garlic. And then you can drink some water. And again, we are going to be talking about water. So this is kind of how we're going to be eating. It's no problem. No problem at all. And that's a great day right there. And you will begin to lose weight. So now we're going to go on to the next day, or next phase. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry. The next time we talk, we're going to look at the food list. So go right to the food list right after this. It's right there. And we're going to start going over the foods that you can eat on the program. And then we're going to talk about your first 3 days. Your first 3 days, which is going to be a little different. So we'll talk about the food list. And then we're going to talk about your first 3 days. And we're going to go to the store again and look at the foods that you can have just on your first 3 days, because we want to shock your body, okay? So let's go right to the next video. See you on the next one. I'm out.